While you fellas have been enjoying the summer sun, spending time with your loved ones, I have been deep in the lab trying to figure out how I'm going to break down this beautiful movie. Bro, I am not built for this kind of stuff. I am meant to be breaking down slop. That is my area of expertise, not this
Powerscaling, an ancient technique used predominantly by unemployed fellas to inaccurately assess the strength, speed, durability, and other attributes of fictional characters in an attempt to make them sound intelligent when debating other unemployed bums on Twitter or Reddit, rather than actually doing something with their life. In this series, we use the same power scaling technique to break down the absolute frauds that are disguised as horror movie characters, as I too am ultimately a bum.
Let me begin with some foreplay, some context. The Backrooms are a horror concept in which you essentially glitch or no clip out of reality and end up here. Like the Cardi song? No, fella, not like the Cardi song. This is the movie made by Kane Parkers, bro. If you don't know, get to know. The movie follows two people, this guy called Clark and his therapist. Clark's an alcoholic who has been kicked out of the crib by his wife, and he goes to this therapist who has some form of mommy issues to talk about how he clearly feels like he was meant for so much more, but unfortunately he is living in and working at this furniture store where he has to do Luffy cosplay just to make ends meet. One night when bro is genuinely chilling, I mean, like, take a minute to really analyze his setup. He's got straight up slop on the screen. Wait, what are you watching? He's got the blanket on the body and he's sipping on Leheni. He is as snug as a bug in a rug. What more could you possibly need, bro? Well, for this genuine nutter, all it takes is the power cutting. My brother, if the power cuts and I am this snug, bro, if I have a bottle of Leheni, I'm turning around and I'm going to sleep, bro. I am not going downstairs into this ominous ass basement. Hell nah, bro. But thankfully, by some stroke of luck, the lights turn back on and we're okay. Crisis is averted. But the next night, power turns off again, and unfortunately, Clark does not share my genius intellect, and he goes downstairs. He flicks all the buttons up and he walks through a wall. He goes back rooms? Like the back rooms, maybe? The back.
Say that again?
He enters the. Hold on a minute. Yo, the back. The second this fella enters the back rooms, he immediately begins to play around with the entire stacked up pile of furniture. And upon realizing that he could just leave, he chooses not to, bro. Nope. He decides to walk around this entire yellow labyrinth that he has genuinely walked through a wall to get into. My issue with this movie is that they got a brother doing this, bro. When have you ever seen a black guy go exploring in a horror movie? It doesn't happen. It just doesn't. He explores a bit more. He finds a cardboard cutout, a camera. He climbs through a vent, realizes something is following him, panics, tries to escape. There's a little montage of him running away scared. He manages to find the end. He tries to find the exit. He manages to find the exit, and then he escapes through the back of these. He manages to escape through the back of these. We should call this movie The Backrooms.
Shut your lame ass up, man.
But clearly his lame ass wasn't in that much of a rush. This guy went back into the backrooms to get a flipping souvenir. What are we doing, bro? He then tells the therapist she does not care. He recruits his employees and they go back into the room. Bro, the second it turned into found footage, GG's, bro. I knew it was raps. So the scene opens slow. It's just the three of them walking around exploring, and we're learning more about these characters. Clark has not told these fellas that there is some sort of entity, some sort of monster in here, by the way. So if you got the most chillest, most likely, he's probably high, boyfriend, and you've got the only voice of reason, my goat cat. She's the only person who thinks it's a bad idea to be in the literal background. The three of them get to this part. You see it, bro. It's like a little hole in the wall that goes down, and it looks steep. Any sane person would not go in there. But not the boyfriend, no. This fella just has to go down. So they make some makeshift bungee type thing and they send this guy down, bro. This is genuinely how they used to sacrifice people, bro. Bro, this scene, just then
The king felt true fear for the first time.
The second this fella's down there, we instantly see a bunch of laundry. No, fella, lock in! There are genuine faces and dismembered body parts. Okay, on deeper reflection, I now realize this is the cardboard cutout from earlier. But still, why are we still here, bro? Leave! This is so ominous. Why are you still down there? But of course he doesn't leave. He stays up there and he starts walking around. And he's even saying to let out some more line. Let some more line out. Until oh no! Yeah, finally we get some urgency, but guys, take the flipping rope off him! No, oh no, he's going, bro, he just got sent back now. Oh damn! Oh, he gets sent back out of nowhere. The bed comes in with a 90 plus 8-minute assist and straight up squad wipes these fellas. You see the chill boyfriend get devoured into this conveyor thing, leaving behind a trail of blood. Cat and Clark get split up and these fellas are just running at this point. You get a whole lot more of moments. He comes across this ominous ass Christmas tree and you get this guy in a wheelchair straight up. I don't even know what he's doing, bro. He's switching a light on and off and this genuine tweaker marching towards it. Thankfully bro has some sort of survival instincts because he runs to the next room. This room filled with pools. Yo, the pool room filled with pools. The pool rooms, bro. Yo, the pool room.
Whose mess is this? You put him on the TV. Go! Bro, don't. Go!
In the pool rooms, Clark hears Cat shouting and instantly forfeits his privileges as the cameraman. Bro, one of the universal rules of our universe. The cameraman never dies. This is common knowledge, bro. Everyone is born with this knowledge. However, he puts down the camera and he goes over to this wall where he can hear Cat's voice. And 20 seconds later, this entity picks up his camera and GG's, bro. Had he not dropped the camera, he would have been fine. This is now that the three of them have been potentially absolutely off-screened.
It took just 24 hours for us to lose control of the city. Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
The therapist pulls up and instantly jumps into the back rooms ready for all the smoke. She walks around for a bit exploring and then she sees this ominous ass painting.
His name is Potential Man. So my Star Wars OC. He does have the potential to solo Vader, but he just needs to.
Which low-key reminded me of Pride from Full Metal Alchemist. And then she gets jump scared by a very suspicious looking Clark. Clark, what's that behind your arm? Wait, is that your mum? Really? Where?
Charles do Bronx! Charles do Bronx! É do Brasil! Vai pegar! Vai pegar! Charlie!
I can't lie, seeing the scene in the cinema had me geeked. This fella really hit a textbook rare naked choke, bro. Is Clark the blueprint of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Hollywood? Like this is a conversation you guys aren't ready. Therapist wakes up in some dinner table strapped to a chair surrounded by the Chop Trio. Oh hell. And to make matters worse, we got Clark's freaky ass talking about some let's roleplay, let's rope. Shut up! Time and place, my brother, time and place! He starts venting about how it's not his fault his wife left him and that he has to cosplay as Luffy to make some bread. Therapist hits him with some beautiful talk no jutsu, which works. He frees her, which is when the big boss pulls up. Captain Clark enters the arena, and his stench is so unbearable that he has the Huz running in the opposite direction the second he pulls up. He just like me for real. Clark thinks he's tough, and he tries to copy and paste the talk no jutsu word for word. This lame ass sounds like
trash. You can't handle me. Hold up.
Ain't you Nathaniel B?
Shut
up! Captain Clark straight up Kite Kims him, if you know you know, and then takes a huge bite out. Some of the memes I've seen about this are beautiful. This is where the actual fight begins, because Captain Clark begins chasing her through the whole back rooms. It's not really a fight, it's more of just a chase, but we see all the your month, your room TikTok things during the chase. My bad. I'm sorry. On behalf of TikTok and Gen Z, I apologize. She sprains her ankle and still manages to outpace this fraud. She swims through their sofas, finally gets to the supposed exit, and there's this final bit where she low-key fights him. She low-key does, she does well. She grabs this makeshift spear and breaks his wooden leg, then trips over, and he manages to catch up to her, and he starts to grapple her. She does some sort of, I'm knocked off, bro. I know my goat Clark would have instantly reversed the arm, swept his ass, and got in the Kimura. But then, yeah, these hazmat fellas pull up, save her, and wait, look, it's the guy from Creep. And now, I am going to begin the thematic analysis of the Backrooms. So, Backrooms on a surface level seems to be some sort of horror movie, but it goes much deeper. On a more deeper level, it's about you got capitalism and socio like.
He talking.
What do you say, Z?
Cause I don't know.
Alright, bro, let me stay in my own lane. Time to power scale. Captain Clark is genuinely a fraud. He did nothing apart from scare away the husband. Anyway, I do that. And he failed to chase down someone with an already injured ankle, despite being a literal creepypasta entity, bro. Fraud! You're a system player. The therapist lady, I'm gonna put her at B. She's low-key kinda tough. I mean, she survived the literal backroom, plus managed to fight off Captain Clark with a sprained ankle. Clark's lame ass, I'm gonna put him at D, bro. He is genuinely a fraud. He's not that much of a fraud, I guess, but I would have genuinely wiped the floor with Captain Clark, bro. I would have cleared the backroom so quickly. I would be back home by lunchtime, listening to the Guilty Feminist podcast, sipping on my iced matcha latte that I made myself. Ladies, my email is in the bio. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and next video is gonna be a banger for real.